So Intel entered the server space in around 1995 when we developed and launched the Intel Pentium Pro architecture. At the time it was a revolutionary architecture. It coincided with the creation of the World Wide Web, the HTML, the actual act of clicking on web pages and going to a new web page. These two inventions together led to revolutionizing the server space. In fact, the whole internet and the web became possible because of these two things. The volume mainstream server, an inexpensive, fast, high-performance server, coupled with the web, allowed for companies like Google to come into existence and Yahoo, etc., etc. You have to ask yourself the question, if people had to buy very large, expensive RISC machines in those days, how many of those startups would have been able to afford to grow so quickly? So that's the beginning of Intel's role in the server revolution. We then moved very quickly up the stack, and then one of the main companies, the main barriers to moving further up into the RISC migration, the mission critical space, was the fact that Intel Xeon processors simply did not have the mission critical RAS reliability, availability and serviceability capabilities to compete in that space. We also didn't have the operating systems running on the Intel architecture to compete in that space, but a lot of that has been changing, and finally now we are at a stage where we have the same RAS capabilities as the RISC guys. We have operating systems that have similar uptime levels as the Unix operating systems that run on RISC, and we see the future being extremely bright for Xeon. On the 27th we will be launching in India the Intel Itanium 9500 series, which used to be codenamed Pulsar. This is the very latest Itanium. The Itanium is only launched once every couple of years. It will have twice the number of cores and twice the performance of the previous generation. We're extremely excited about it. I don't want to give you too much information because I want to keep our powder dry for the 27th.